What is up, guys? Jay Combs here with Our Home Real Estate Coach JC, coming to you guys live. Look, I'm so honest with you guys. My hair is all crazy. No big deal. I'm gonna go Instagram live real quick. Hope everybody's having a blessed day, having a great week. It has been awesome, man. It's been a great start to the year. We had 2 deals yesterday go under contract, and then 2 deals fell through. But guess what? We're getting both those back under contract today. The focus is there it goes. But yeah, guys, 'tis the season, man. You know what's awesome is so we're going to talk about the market today, interest rates, what's going on with the market, the changes. Yesterday was a chaotic day, so I didn't get to come live to you guys. So my apologies on that. But we're going to talk, this is going to be a little bit different today. We're going to talk about real estate market trends, interest rates, where the market's going. We're going to hit a little bit about the dip in the stock market in December, and how all of these things correlate with you buying or selling a home. Okay? So, anybody that's in the business, we obviously know. What's up, Latoya? Are you in real estate now? Are you in real estate? Man, it's a small world. Anyways, so Coach Jay Combs, for those who don't know me, I started in real estate in 2016, so March will be my 3-year anniversary, and I just hit my $90 million mark, and me and the teams, my teams that I've been a part of, just hit $90 million worth of real estate transactions sold, $90 million worth of homes with families that we helped get into a different scenario, and that's well over 300 families that we've been able to help. So super exciting. Today was the day. Latoya, you need to holler at me and get in with my groups, my little coaching group that I've got going on. It'll be super beneficial. But like I said, today we're going to talk and discuss what is going on with our current market. Now, I'm not a gypsy. I can't predict the future, but I'm going to tell you how I feel and what I think is going to happen with the market. I sold my house, my personal residence, in November of 2017 because I saw a lot of explosive growth, and I'd seen it since 2010, 11, where we're growing, and yes, I still have the same cell number. So I was growing. Well, there's a cap to that, and that's what a lot of people are going to be in a rude awakening this year. Whenever they go to try to sell their house, they've lived in it for a year or two, and they're thinking that they're going to make a nice profit on it. It's not the case. So when you sell a property, first off, when you sell real estate, when you have a house, you do not have equity in your house unless you never plan unless you plan on living in a tent. Right? You may roll over that equity whenever you sell, but equity is no such thing until you actually sell a house. So all these people that are buying properties and they say that, I'm sitting on $400,000 of equity, I'm sitting on $300,000, $200,000, $100,000 in equity. Well, where do you get that? Are you going to take a HELOC on it? And for those of you guys that don't know what a HELOC is, it's a home equity line of credit. That way you can pull that equity out, but now you owe more on the property. So now, yes, you can tangibly have the cash, but now you owe that additional money. When you talk about real estate investing, when you talk about buying property, the goal is to buy property that you have quote unquote instant equity. And what I mean by that is you buy it right to where it's below market value. And so if you were to ever sell that property, then you have quote unquote instant equity. You're in let's say that you find a house that's worth $50,000, you buy it for $40,000. Now you're in a position of $10,000 equity. But guys, you got to think of, you're going to have 6 to 7% realtor fees. So now, but you're still sitting on a 3 to 4% equity position. But the goal is, if you're, and this is a little bit off topic, and we're going to get into our market right now. But the goal is to have property that is your debt is being paid by others. So someone else is paying your debt, and when rental property, multiple doors is going to be better. It's the least amount of risk. Then you're going to have instant equity, somebody paying your mortgage, so somebody's paying down your debt. You should have a monthly income coming off of that. So you've got 3 there, and then you've got appreciation. Appreciation is the quantity of amount that your property grows in value over time, just like inflation. Now, we are about to be in a situation, in my opinion, that homes are not going to appreciate for a couple years. We're starting to see a flat line, and I truly expect that we're going to see a dip in the market. Now, I'm not, like I said, a gypsy. I don't know what I don't know. I'm just predicting things as I see them in the market. I think that we are going to have a lot of people that are going to be really shocked when they go to sell. But if you're thinking about selling, you don't need to wait. It's not maybe we'll wait next year, because I don't think it's going to be as good next year. In fact, I think next year is going to be the big dip. I think we're going to go flatline this year and not see growth. And I think in 2020 is going to see where we're really going to take it dip. Let's talk a little bit about interest rates. I'm not a loan officer, but obviously being in the real estate business, interest rates are a biggie. Let's just talk about how they affect buyers and sellers. So right now, interest rates, I pulled it up, and I'm looking at websites, guys. I'm not getting direct, and I'm not going out and having everybody quote a bunch of different prices, but looked at a few of the different websites, and one of those, mortgagereports.com, and then you can go to Fannie Mae. Wherever you guys want to do your own research, if you can get a phenomenal rate, great. A lot of these loans that you see advertised online are with discount points. For those of you guys that don't know what discount points are, a discount point is, let's say that your rate is at 5, you want to get it at 4.5, you pay the difference, X amount of dollars up front, and you buy down that interest rate. So when you see like Quicken Loans and all these other companies advertising 4.05 interest rate, but when they have when they have a certain amount of basis points or discount points that you're having to buy down, that's money up front out of pocket that you're having to pay in addition to your closing costs. That's what they're not disclosing to you guys. So I always recommend you get with a local lender. We've got a couple great partners that we deal with. We work a lot with Pinnacle Bank and Element Funding, good companies that will be transparent with you and not have a bunch of hidden fees and anything like that. But let's just talk about them. So I bought a house in 2015, and I think my interest rate was at a 3.625. So a 3.6% interest rate. Right now, actually last year when I closed, so I sold in 2017. I bought, sold in 2017 because I saw that everything was going up. Well, interest rates were still really good at the end of 2017, so I started looking. I was like, well, I'm not worried about the interest rates. They're still around 3. They may bump, or 3.5, 3.75. They may bump up to 4%. It's not too big of a deal. Well, I went, and they went from they went to 4.25, then 4.35 to 4.5. I wanted to kill my vendor. I wanted to kill my lender. I said, dude, what are you doing, bro? And he's like, man, it's not me, it's the market, right? And I'm over here, I sell real estate, I know what the market trends are, but my interest rate went up an entire point. In the matter of 8 months. Okay, guys? So that was 10% of my buying power. 10% on my monthly mortgage went up 10% because of the interest rates in less than 8 months. Right now, interest rates are around 5 to 5.5. You may be able to find a better rate, but just make sure that you're checking on if you're being charged discount points. What all other fees are associated with it. Chris, you'll tell them, hey, Chris. You're watching live right now. What is the average, if you're looking at a FHA or a conventional loan right now, what is the average interest rate for a 700 credit score. I don't know if Chris is live. Are you live, Chris? Anyways, if he tells us, great, but to the last of my knowledge, they're anywhere from 5.5. So from 2017, the end of 2017 to January of 2019, we're talking about, okay, so they just went under 5. So I can do a split screen. I don't know how to do that. So anyway, I'm on Facebook as well. So I've got Facebook and I've got Instagram going on now. So in that time, so Chris, in December they were around 5.5, correct? Okay, so yeah, he said rates have improved over the last 30 days. So that's phenomenal. Great, guys. Take advantage of it while you can. Rates are not going back down. But in the last year and 2 months, we're talking about a 1.25, 1.3 points. Not points, but 1 entire percent, which is, you got a calculator? Can I borrow your calculator? Your phone? I can only tell you guys what 3 or 6% of anything is. I can't do anything. Appreciation says slow. Yeah, so the appreciation, that's what we're talking about today, Chris, is the market that's going down. So if you were at a 3.75 and now you're at a 5, 3.75 divided by a 5, 25%. So 1% is 1 point. Well, what I'm getting at is rates have risen 25%. You may say, "Oh, that's not a lot," but that's a lot, man. 1%. That's a lot. That's a lot of. That's a lot of interest paid, and you're not seeing it now. But think about that over the course of a 30-year amortization schedule. That's a lot of money, Chris. On a $200,000 loan, what does 1% affect over the course of a 30-year on a 80% loan value? If you can get that to me, that'd be awesome, because I just want people to see what that would actually. Yeah. So my buddy Chris is on here too. He's a mortgage lender, and he's talking about how appreciation has also slowed and buying power has gone down. Absolutely. So as interest rates go up, buying power goes down. So what does that mean for you, the seller? That means that your precious buyers that were coming to look at your property that could afford a mortgage payment of around $300,000, putting 20% down, now they're dropping 10%. That's $30,000 for the seller. Roughly, guys. I'm not a, you go out and do your own due diligence, but I'm just talking about let's being realistic. But yeah, so now and sellers right now are so unrealistic that life is going to hit you, man. It's going to come, and this market that we're going into. I'm not saying that we're having an '08 crash. But I'm saying our market is not a seller's market to where everything's going multiple bid. Our average down the market now is over 100 days in the market per home. So whenever these people were talking about multiple bid, going under contract, I don't see that happening anymore. We will. If you have a smaller price point home, if you have a $150,000 price point, you still have a lot of people that are approved for that price point, and it's a nice house. Yes, you still may get that. But I do not see us going multiple bid. We had, we had a bunch of properties, $300,000 going multiple bid. That I just don't see that. So let's talk another thing. So we've talked a little about interest rates. Let's talk about your money accounts, right? Rarely do you see anyone have cash in their bank account, right? You are not seeing. Most people are not losing money. If you have your money in a bank, you're losing money. So with inflation 2 to 3%, well, when you have your money sitting in the bank, you're earning 0.0 nothing. You're losing money. So if inflation is rising at 2 to 3%, but your money is only rising at 0.05%, right? 0.05. So a tiny fraction, you're losing money, right? So most people with liquid cash that have cash, they keep it in a money market because they can get a. So Chris, I was asking, what would be the amortization? Like, what would be the percent of interest on 1% difference, not the payment? So, what would it look like? So if they actually took 30 years, how much more would they pay in interest from a 4% to a 5%? So what's that 1% interest costing them over the life of the loan is what I was asking. He said a $200,000 house, 5% is roughly $1,050 with principal interest, not with taxes in it. Taxes or insurance. So it would be a little bit higher than that. Guys, y'all have any questions on this stuff? We're talking about where we stand with the market. I think a lot of people are going to be, there's going to be more distressed sales this year. For an investor, I think you're going to have a lot better year. Sam and Andy's. I think you're just going to have a lot more opportunities. I think in 2020, it's going to be even better. And then the last thing that we're going to cover is, like I said, the money market. So people with liquidity, they have their money somewhere. Most people that have, if they're paying cash for a house, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, typically they will have that money either in an IRA or some type of money market account. Well, if anyone who on here that's watching has any money in a money market account, if you have any money in the money market account, give me a little thumbs up, give me a finger, give me a hey, I do, because I want you guys to also tell everybody how much money you lost in December. So I invested about $22,000 in 2018 into my what's up, Hunter Goodell? I just did something. Brian gets a kick out of these. But I lost. So I had about $25,000 or $27,000 in an account. I added another $22,000, so I was sitting around $50,000, and I lost about $2,500 to $2,800 in the money market account. So not only did I not grow this year, I lost. I contributed 10% of everything that I earned, over that time, gone. And that was contributions in a short period of time. So I invested $22,000, I lost $2,500, so I lost over 10%. So when you put your money in these money market accounts, if you went to whatever, I think it's called a bull market or whatever, I don't know anything about stocks and bonds or whatever that is. You guys need to talk to your financial advisor. But I know that not only you put your money in these stock market accounts, and if you have money sitting in the account that's been there for 30 years, you may have went up and then taken a dip down, and then you can recover and go back up. But for me, I invested $22,000 this year alone, and that money, poof, gone, disappeared. And so for someone that is actually going out and buying a home, people just took they took a dip in their liquid cash, so now they want to wait until do it. So what I'm getting at, guys, is if you're selling a home, price it right, okay? And find a really good rock star agent that's going to represent you the right way. But realize we are no longer in a seller's market. Properties are taking longer to sell, and it will continue. So if you're thinking about buying or selling real estate, you just let us know. You can contact me at 865-320-3496. I'm very easy to find. We got billboards all over town. Our radio's starting in about a week. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in. If y'all have any questions, this week I wanted to go on it. Obviously, I know it's Real Talk Tuesday today, but I want to talk about the market and talk about it being a little bit volatile and us not being in that strong a market that we've seen for the past 3 or 4 years. That's gone. Not saying that our market's crashing, not saying that our market's bad. We're still in a great market. In fact, our sales have quadrupled. We're 4x on what we did last year this time of year. So, but we also have a lot more going into it, and we have a lot more agents, and we have a lot more activity. We've taken a lot more activity, worked a lot more, to get where we're at. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Listen, if y'all have any questions, give me a call, a text, a message, whatever you need to do. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll let you later.